Good morning, and yes, here I am at week 6, being on OMAD, with great success and loving it. I am doing a 36-hour hard dry fast as my last day of the 6th week. And I am finding it really easy. I must say, the amount of water that just naturally oozes into your mouth makes it almost easier than a normal water fast for me. So yeah, I must say, really, really easy for me. Week 4 and 5, I ate only every 48 hours. But the last week, I think I'm down to a normal OMAD again, as I am approaching my period. And that is something I've learned very quickly, is that week I am going to have to be sticking to OMAD and also add in quite a bit of carbs to my one meal. And that just makes it easy. So I'm still on raw vegan keto, but with this week before my period, I am having a lot of spiralized sweet potato and sprouted quinoa and buckwheat, and soaked oats is also really easy for me. Really helps me through the day. If I've had soaked oats that I soak in soy milk or juice and topped with frozen or fresh fruit and nuts, and that my body needs that definitely. So that's what I've been doing. Quite a bit of things that came to the surface this last week, and that is how many symptoms we suppress with stimulants, among others food, but also obviously smoking, drinking, lots of other things. For me, food is the big one, and it's just very interesting to see how to notice people around me. As soon as they get anxious or happy or whatever, they grab some food or wine or some other stimulant. It's just interesting observing that. And I'm obviously, there's no judgment. It's just interesting to see how we do grab foods to suppress emotions we should actually rather be facing. Personally, that's my thing. My whole journey with fasting from food has also taught me to fast from spending money, overindulging on the internet. I have given up social media, so that's not an issue for me anymore. But it's amazing how the fasting with food will teach you how to bring other things that might be out of control into control in your life, and I'm loving that. It's an awesome thing that fasting has been teaching me. Okay, so in my 6th week, for the first time in 6 weeks, I had a feast day, as a lot of people have just mentioned doing that. It was good. It was good. I enjoyed it. I won't do it weekly like some people. I might do it monthly. I might do it in the week before my period, to just really up my carbs and whole starches during that week, to just get a day where I really fill up, to help the hormones and the moods. So I might do that. It wasn't as amazing as I expected it to be. I had a 8-hour eating window for my feast day, in which I ate a lot of things, also some shitty processed foods, but a lot of whole, good, raw, beautiful food. So mostly good food. Um, it's just I was very disappointed in that it wasn't as amazing as I thought it was going to be. My relationship with food has definitely changed so much. I almost feel like I've been dumped by a lover. Uh, it just wasn't as satisfying as it used to be. That's good. I think that's good. Balance is coming back into my being, and food is not enjoying the position it used to, controlling me the way it did. The microbiome in my gut is also changed a lot, and I have clearly noticed how cravings have changed. How I do not have cravings for crappy processed foods anymore. So that has, I think, the bulk of the bad microbiome has been starved, and the good ones are definitely ruling and asking for food they want. So that's a very good positive thing. Um, Doing the OMAD and experimenting with different fasts, like the hard dry fast or the 48 hours at a time fast, I really find is such a calling, and I've been getting some heat from friends, which is interesting. And people have such resistance to not eating food. It's really interesting. Um, but so be it. People have said to me they think it's not healthy. Not that they've done any research, but that's typical what weird things people will say without any knowledge, which is fine. But I have been getting some heat, so I suppose it's time. And it wasn't a problem, I just took it as it came. But I just, in that criticism, I just realized what an absolute calling this has been to my life. And not only to improve my physical situation, but also as a spiritual calling to my life. I must say the periods of fasting do bring such awareness, and I would even go as far as to say enlightenment. There are some things that I've been experiencing that I don't think I would have otherwise. And wow, what an awesome calling to follow, and I'm really enjoying it. Um, because I'm on this as my last day of week 6, I'm doing a hard dry fast. I have not had a bath or brushed my teeth, so that's why my hair looks as fuzzy. Um, but I will break it at the end of this day with some beautiful waterless fruits and then some sprouted quinoa salad. During I have been experiencing, especially in the last week, even though I haven't been doing 48 hours, but in all my 23-hour fasts, I have been experiencing almost daily times of euphoria. Not the whole 23 hours, but there are definitely a couple of hours where there is really magic happening in my spirit. Um, really enjoying that. Um, makes it makes you want to go into the next phase or the next day. Um, yeah, I am really enjoying that. Those moments of just feeling like you're on air. It's really, really amazing. Um, Something else I've also been practicing, a tip I got from a friend that does NLP, is to anchor your feelings by a physical gesture. So when you feel very satisfied, whether it's by food or just the emotional sensation of being very satisfied, is to anchor it. So you focus on that feeling of pleasure or satisfaction, and then what I do is I just rub the back of my head, and I just notice how satisfied I'm feeling, how absolutely full, emotionally, physical, and spiritual I'm feeling, and I just rub the back of my head. And then, when you do go through moments where you feel extreme hunger or discomfort, and you rub the back of your head, that feeling does come forward, which is magic. It's a NLP anchoring. I call it NLP anchoring, I think. Um, Definitely something that's been helping me, and I've been doing it, and it really seems to work. I haven't been doing it long, but it definitely seems to work. Okay, so here at the end of this video, I will now post my before and after photos from just before I started my OMAD journey up to my 6th week of being on the OMAD journey. Totally loving it. My clothes, I have half of my closet I am not able to wear anymore. It's too big for me. So yeah, I can go shopping. But this whole journey has also taught me to have some temperance in spending money. So that's interesting. So I keep on thinking, I don't know, I'll go to a charity shop, or I'm still going to lose a lot more. Obviously, I'm only, I think, halfway from where I want to be. Um, so I'm just going to get by with what I've got until I've reached my goal. I'm sure the next part's going to be harder because it's the last weight. The first weight always comes off very easy. But I am very chuffed with my results so far. It's been easy. Sticking to OMAD as your base, which I'm doing, is really easy. So when you then throw in some 48-hour fasts or dry fasts, it makes you appreciate OMAD so much more. So I really encourage people to do that. When OMAD becomes hard, take it up a notch, and then you'll appreciate the OMAD. So that is what I have been doing and attempting, is to really vary my fasts. In I'll also share a link of Dr. Mindy explaining the 7 different fasts, and yeah, that I think is a good thing. Um, Oh, and the last thing, something else I've also been doing especially on when I do the 48-hour fasts and I feel some detoxing challenges, I do an enema just with salt water or organic black coffee. But enemas also really, really bring a feeling of lightness and cleansed feeling, and just overall good. So I do, depending on how I feel. If I feel I need some detoxing, I'll do one a day, otherwise one a week. But I really recommend doing enemas. It's really a good feeling. So yeah, here is my before and after photos. I still don't know my weight. I am not gonna weigh myself. That's just a number indicating gravity. And I'm not interested in that. I don't care how heavy I am walking on this earth. I want to know what I look like. So to me, that's the only thing I'm concerned about, is what I look like and what I feel like. And that's the only things I'm measuring, and I am thrilled with my results. Have a good one. Bye.